Welcome back to Decodiva, lovelies, your home for vintage interiors, cozy inspiration, and all things nostalgic charm. Today we're stepping into a luxurious winter escape that blends Ralph Lauren's equestrian elegance with the warm, rustic spirit of a Christmas cabin. So grab a hot cocoa, settle in, and let's savor this festive mood together. If you adore vintage textures, snowy lodge atmospheres, and sophisticated holiday styling, you're going to fall in love with this aesthetic. We're layering classic Americana with timeless Christmas magic, and I cannot wait to show you every detail. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop a comment telling me your favorite part of today's design tour. Your support helps this channel grow and brings more vintage beauty your way. As you step into this vintage Christmas cabin, the first thing you feel is a sense of quiet luxury wrapped in rustic warmth. The palette, deep browns, evergreen tones, and glimmers of winter white, sets an inviting stage. Ralph Lauren's equestrian-inspired details appear right from the entryway, with weathered leather boots, saddle-style accents, and tartan scarves draped artfully over antique hooks. It's understated, yet rich with story. This introduction space whispers tradition and timelessness, promising a festive retreat that feels as personal as it does elegant. Tartan is a signature of Ralph Lauren's heritage style, and in a cabin Christmas setting, it becomes both festive and refined. Think bold reds, forest greens, and deep midnight blues anchoring the decor. Blankets folded over vintage armchairs, tartan pillows stacked on a leather bench, and even subtly patterned ribbon on wreaths infuse the space with a nostalgic holiday rhythm. With tartan, the trick is balance. Enough to feel cozy and unified, but layered carefully so the space remains elevated and serene. The equestrian theme brings a sense of adventure, tradition, and countryside refinement. Brass stirrups, framed horse sketches, and vintage riding crops add character without overwhelming the Christmas mood. These elements feel right at home in a winter cabin, where rustic materials naturally complement the polished details of equestrian gear. It's a meeting of rugged charm and timeless luxury. By weaving these pieces thoughtfully throughout the space, each room feels connected, like chapters in a beautifully illustrated holiday tale. A cabin Christmas wouldn't be complete without a roaring fireplace that radiates comfort. Stone textures, wooden mantels, and antique iron details create a timeless ambience. Layering garlands with pine cones, mini bells, and burgundy velvet ribbon creates a look that's both festive and sophisticated. Candlesticks in brass or pewter soften the flickering glow. This hearth becomes more than decor, it's a place for quiet reflection, shared stories, and the heart of the cabin's Christmas magic. Ralph Lauren's cabin aesthetic is deeply rooted in texture, and nothing elevates that look more than aged leather. Chairs, ottomans, and trunks bring warmth and history into the room. To soften the ruggedness, layer in faux furs, chunky knits, and wool throws. The contrast feels luxurious, like stepping into a winter lodge after a day out in the snow. Every texture tells a story, and when combined, they create a tactile experience that feels indulgent yet timelessly rustic. The Christmas tree in this setting leans into classic, heirloom-inspired decor. Think antique-style glass ornaments, wooden toys, and tartan ribbon woven gently around the branches. Soft golden lights shimmer against the natural greenery, creating a glow that feels comforting and nostalgic. It's a tree that invites quiet admiration and sparks childhood memories. Underneath, vintage boxes and leather-wrapped gifts bring extra charm. The entire setup embodies generational storytelling and timeless festive style. The magic of a cabin Christmas lies in its connection to nature. Incorporate woodland elements like pine branches, cedar sprigs, acorns, and dried oranges to evoke a natural winter retreat. These organic touches soften the stronger equestrian details, grounding the aesthetic in the calm beauty of the outdoors. This blend creates a cozy yet elevated atmosphere. Think rustic charm meeting polished luxury in perfect harmony. lighting plays a crucial role in shaping the cabin's ambience. Soft, golden tones create an inviting backdrop and highlight the richness of the decor. Vintage lanterns, brass sconces, and candle clusters create layers of warmth, mimicking the natural glow of a snowy evening. This combination of warm lighting and dark wood textures gives the cabin that unmistakable, luxurious holiday glow. In the bedroom, a winter palette of deep burgundy, plaid patterns, and soft neutrals creates an inviting cocoon. Heavy quilts add tactile richness. An antique wooden chest at the foot of the bed brings a sense of tradition and adventure, grounding the equestrian theme. Layered lighting, from bedside lamps to candles, completes the serene retreat, ideal for quiet holiday mornings. Every cabin needs a reading corner where time slows down. A leather wingback chair draped with a wool throw makes the perfect foundation. Add a stack of vintage books, a plaid pillow, and a small side table with a candle for added charm. It becomes a sanctuary for reflection, journaling, or enjoying a simple moment of holiday stillness. The dining table blends mountain lodge rusticity with equestrian sophistication, wooden chargers, plaid napkins, and vintage silverware. Candlelit centerpieces with cedar branches and berries elevate the mood while keeping the look natural and inviting. This setting is perfect for slow meals, laughter, and holiday gatherings that feel both luxurious and heartfelt. The kitchen becomes a charming mix of wooden textures, copper cookware, and seasonal touches like cinnamon sticks and fresh greenery. Vintage mugs, plaid textiles, and rustic baskets add layers of personality to the workspace. Whether baking cookies or simmering cider, the scents and warmth make this kitchen feel like the beating heart of the cabin. A cabin styled with Ralph Lauren inspiration thrives on small, thoughtful details, old books, leather-bound journals, brass trinkets, and framed sketches. These pieces add soul and depth, turning each corner of the space into a tiny vignette with its own story. The result is a home that feels heritage-rich, lived in, and beautifully curated. Large windows framed with tartan curtains create the perfect border for snowy outdoor scenes. The contrast between warm interiors and icy landscapes is magical. Candles placed on windowsills amplify the cozy ambience, glowing softly against the winter backdrop. These windows remind us that part of the charm of cabin living is the connection to nature, especially during Christmas. Add baskets of blankets, vintage skis, or simple wreaths to complete the cabin's lived-in holiday charm. These details make the space feel welcoming and real. Even small touches like pine-scented diffusers or old-fashioned lanterns elevate the seasonal mood. Combined, they bring finishing warmth to a home that celebrates both elegance and comfort. Thank you so much for joining me on this luxurious vintage cabin Christmas tour, infused with Ralph Lauren's iconic equestrian style. I hope it sparked inspiration for your own festive decorating. Your presence means the world to the Decodiva community, and I love creating these cozy atmospheres for you to enjoy. Before you go, remember to subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment telling me which detail was your favorite. Wishing you warmth, beauty, and vintage magic this holiday season.